manga media entertainment company. We make comic books, mangas, toys that you see right here. We have a lot of different series that we're getting ready to release, such as The Way of the Sheep, but also Dreamer's Edge as well, as you can see right here.
Yes.
And the whole point is that our stories are going to impact your life in some shape or fashion, man. And so I'm going to hand it off to Ken to talk about, the second half of this.
Yeah, so we've got, I'm the writer of this, but Masterminds masterfully put this together. Dreamer's Edge comic series going to be coming soon, early 2022. The book series will be released beginning of 2022, maybe December. But we have everything from film. We're actually going to be shooting a series of Hugh Kind and Afro Seeds of Mastermind Comics, and we're going to be shooting. We have a documentary we're wrapping up on right now that's based on The Way of the Sheep, a comic book also by Mastermind Comics. Oh yeah, where's it? Okay, so a comic book also made by Mastermind Comics, The Way of the Sheep. And we got this documentary wrapped into it. We'll be releasing the trailer at the end of December, and the documentary will be available at the beginning of 2022. So we're all around, fam. Mastermind Comics, Hawab Entertainment, we're bringing it through. And we also have our indigenous tribal government here presence in Dallas-Fort Worth area, wherein we're tribal lawyers. We actually assist people in civil law, criminal law, things of that nature. And we also have our indigenous doctors here as well. So we do a lot.
Yeah,
we do a lot. But in regards to the comics and entertainment, this is us. Reach out to us, hawabdfw.org, for more updates on the documentary, on the comics, on the film, on everything, merchandise, the toys, and follow us. We're doing a lot in entertainment and politically. So yes, thank you. We appreciate your time. Absolutely.
So how long you guys actually been doing this? Because you guys have, you got a documentary, you got a live action movie coming out.
Right.
That kind of stuff takes time. How long have you guys actually been pushing for this?
So we pushed and started this back in, as far as like Mastermind, 2016, and then that's kind of where up until 2019, 2018, we combined.
Yeah,
forces.
we combined. Correct.
And
So our mindset. So Dreamer's Edge, my writing, film, videography, stuff I did for animation studios in collaboration where I worked, contracted with one. Started in 2011. The story I've worked on for that amount of time, but I've had deals come to me from different institutions, Hollywood. We have some agents that's interested in Dreamer's Edge, but they gave me some pretty good deals. But the thing is, we're trying to control the media and the contracts of how our distribution gets out now. So we don't want to just take any deal. We want to actually control this, build up our status, and release Dreamer's Edge, Way of the She, Afro Seeds in our own capacities.
Where we're not giving up any of the rights, because we've been offered many deals for a lot of our series to be just bought out, flat out right.
Correct.
But what happens is that it gets manipulated, twisted, and it's not the same, what we envisioned it to be. And so we do want to work with people in Hollywood, companies and things of that nature, but we just want to keep the original presence and the intent of what it was meant to be.
Correct. Yeah, so that makes sense. So a few years now. But the documentary is something I'd say, the idea was generated within the year of us kind of coming together, scripted out, plotted out, and there's a few more things we're going to be touching on. We may do some more shooting of reenactment scenes to take you actually back to where our people were on our early indigenous game, right? So you can see that, but things like that. So if that makes sense, it's kind of where the time frame where that originated. Yes, sir.
The times, they are changing, and now we're starting to see more people of color being able to do their own thing, pushing out, like you guys said, you got offers from Hollywood, but you wanted to keep that integrity of the story that you wanted to make. That's an empowering thing. You said you wanted that your work to be impactful, and so to keep that integrity is important. Do you actually think that you're going to see more black creators come out and do their own thing and create their own stuff?
Oh man, it's already happening. We've been seeing this nice little wave, and there's a lot of artists, filmmakers, creators that make armor and stuff like that, that are pushing their stuff out there, that are wanting to work with us, man, in real time. Rappers, musicians, audio engineers, that stuff, artists. I mean, it's happening right now, and that's the trend. And so that we've been asked to come to different cons to host panels, to talk about diversity, you know, and what we do.
Correct.
So
and I would also add that it's been prophecy, right? Which to your question. And this is what this is going to touch on, this comic series right here, The Way of the Sheep. It's our tribe, our indigenous government, we've had a system thousands of years ago, we have a system now that we use for predictions. It was predicted that more Aboriginal people of color would start branching out and becoming more of a presence right around this time. Technically it was 2020 when it said that stuff would start happening. And that's where we're really starting to see stuff roll out. So it was predicted as well. So,
and I don't know if anyone can see, but like the 8-pointed star represents the Aboriginal people, Black people waking up into their full power, and that's why I say this is power. This has been predicted,
right?
And
and one more thing is to add to your point. What we do as indigenous law masters, tribal lawyers, we assist with rappers, artists, writers, people who do costume design to get businesses to be able to establish themselves. So one of the biggest issues are there's not enough money to be given for our people to generate their own productions or their own businesses. We show people how to do that. It's what we do in our day job.
Right.
How to do that and make it functional, to get your own money, to be able to costume design on a full-time scale, write on a full-time scale, do your music, your production, all of that on full-time.
Photography, all that stuff.
That's how we're able to do this. Yeah.
And we're able to get them business credit so that they're not in poverty or struggling artists, right? So that's important, and I think that's impactful to the community in general.
Right. So right. Yeah. So to that, hope that answer wasn't too long.
No, man. Hey, the more information, that's what it's all about.
Sure.
Yeah.
People want information; they want to know.
Yeah.
So that actually goes into my next and possibly my last question.
Sure.
Okay.
For those people who are struggling to start that business or get started, because with the internet, everybody's doing their own thing now.
Right.
We're starting to see since late 2020, early to mid 2021, the great resignation, where people are leaving their corporate jobs en masse,
right?
And they're trying to do their own thing. So for someone who, for a day job, helps people get started and get that credit and get going, what would be your biggest advice to get started? Like, you're at the bottom, you got to take that first step. What would be the very first step they should take?
Yeah, so the very first step, right? One of the first steps, I would say, go to hawabdfw.org, HAWABDFW.org, and reach out to us. We have our consults. Sometimes our consultations are free. Sometimes if you want to build an economic structure, an economic empire, we can assist you with that. That's how we're able to produce these things you see, these documentaries and this film equipment that we're able to do. So reach out to us, right? Free advice, get a business, right?
Yep.
We suggest a tribal business, tax-exempt business, whether it's for-profit or non-profit, because we do believe those are the future. Not believe, we know those are the future, right? Those types of businesses registered are the future. Tax-exempt businesses to where, you don't lose your business just because you didn't pay money on it.
Right.
You can pay money and taxes on that stuff. So regardless, a lot of people in 2020 missed out from a lot of those small business loans that they had. If you were doing PPP legally, you had a lot of benefits and opportunities that you could have had if you didn't, if you did have a business. If you didn't, you missed out on a lot of that. So that's one example. Another example is just using that business to maintain yourself consistently, economically for the rest of your life, just through your business, outside of whatever actual business you're operating. So get a consult from us, get a business, get a tribal business, reach out to us at hawabdfw.org, you'll find both of us.
Right.
You'll find both of us there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can put together a plan because you need to have a plan so that you can plan to succeed, right? You can't just be going on a whim, and that's kind of where we step in and lay out a game plan for each individual person for what they actually are wanting to do. This is important. So that's where you can find us. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. We've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah. We got receipts. You need receipts? We got them.
We got them. In real time. And
so it's changing the game in economics. So on that, saving property taxes on your property, sales taxes on the stuff you buy.
Going to the restaurant if you wanted to, you can get that tax exempt too.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Even in your paychecks.
Get those taxes removed.
Yeah, so we just be blunt about it. You know what I mean? It's legal and lawful.
Correct.
And it goes into what we call indigenous economics that anybody can benefit from.
Yep.
So we're here.
Yeah. DFW.org.
Right.
And thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Excellent interview.
Yeah.
With a company, please. We'll plug the company.
Polymetric Studios. I just got it started.
Polymetric Studios.
Yeah, I'm working on registering it in the state of Oklahoma.
Nice.
Which is quick, but I also want to do it like internet. They have one that's international.
Sure.
Okay. You gotta go through the government, and I gotta wait for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm just getting started. And
Polymetric Studios.
Yeah, Polymetric Studios.
Yeah, let's build with you. We'll give you a discount for you coming over and do this.
Yeah.
Business discount. We'll give you the offers if it's interesting. What's up? Polymetric Studios. Look out for them. Doing this thing over
Michael Mosley in the building.
Michael Mosley in the building. Killing it at the cons. We appreciate this brother. This brother got a good future in what he's doing, and I support it. We support it. Fully and honestly. So look out for Polymetric Studios, Hawab DFW, Indigenous Economics, Aboriginal World. We're here. We're here.
On that piece.
Absolutely.